Some of the input methods are as follow. Keyboard, mouse, touch screen, right pen, stylus, joysticks, digitizer, point of sales. Point of sales is efficient management of gut and receipt, gut issues, inventories. Input method of original table. Method, keyboard input method, mark card, mark sheet method, character recognition method, like OCR card, MICR card. Key entry method, that is using a file. Key entry method is widely used as a method of storing input contents in a file format inside the computer and reusing them whenever necessary. Key entry method is widely used to store input content in a file form inside the computer and reuse them whenever necessary. Writers, card and original slip, card and paper tapes. This is a computer system. This block is a file storing medium. Key to cassette, key to floppy, key to tape, key to disk. This block is a media conversion device. Writer is sent to a format of data, tape or card. Original slip is conversion to the by a media conversion device. Four conversion types: cassette tape, floppy disk, magnetic tapes, and magnetic disks. Other input method, just like picture and sound. Scanner, often used to enter pictures. Scanner reads pictures and converts the corresponding contents into computer expressions. Microphone, used to input sound. Since it is an analog signal in general, it is converted into a digital signal and processed by a computer. Voice input unit, that directly inputs human voice into a computer. Next slide is about user interface design. User interface design is exploding with a Popularization of computers is necessary because ordinary users who do not have expertise in the system want to process information step by step while interacting the system. Interactive input-output method, the user checks the message or content displayed on the screen and enter the information required by the system. For method, prompt method, menu method, item filling method, icon method. With the popularization of computers, the explosive increase of general users is necessary because they don't have expert knowledge about the system and want to process information step by step while interacting with the system. User Step 1, ordering by walk command. And then recognize the command by computer. Computer request input to user. User has recognized computer's request. And then user input the data. Next step, computer acquired of data and processing the data. At last, up of a result. User acquisition of output. Blue color circle is area of user interface areas. UI design has some characteristics: age, gender, educational background, computer knowledge levels. Interactive input-output method, the user checks the message or content displayed on the screen and enters the information required by the system. Prompt method. That is a method where the user directly enters a command or data where the prompt is located. This have some advantages. Cheap keyboard is enough. Easy to implement instruction processing method. And complex commands can also be used if complex commands are used. Flexible. Easy to use custom macros, suitable for advanced users. But this method has some disadvantages. Needed to run complex commands. User needs to provide help function or error message because it is easy to make an errors. Mouse cannot be used. Difficult to correct errors. Need to remember significant training and instructions. Next method is menu method. This is how to make commands or options used in the system as menus and display them on the screen. Has some advantages suitable for beginners or intermediate users with little computer experience. The menu itself has a help function that explains the function. And easy to learn and convenient, best suited for a variety of user bases. But has some disadvantages. Menu selection is essential, so it doesn't go faster than a certain speed. Difficult to enter large amounts of data. The flexibility of input is poor because data cannot be entered directly. Third method is item filling method. This method is how to display the input area with the name of the item on the screen. A method that improves the disadvantages of the menu method that cannot direct information. Especially effective when there are many input data. Suitable for intermediate users. It is suitable for inputting a large amount of information, and it is simpler than the menu method. It is easy to train by drawing the screen on paper and demonstrating system operations. But also has some disadvantages. Occupies a lot of screen area, and understanding the characteristics between type input. Last method is icon method. This is how to display multiple items on the screen and directly execute one of them with the selection tool, also called direct manipulations. Icon method is easy to learn and easy to use. And screen by screen conversation. It is easy to graphic information output and easy to correct errors. Also high subjective satisfactions, but bad design leads to chaos. No standard method. Designing icon can be difficult. In next slide, we review error check method. First, data check method. Three types. First method is visual inspection by human. Second is human and machine inspections. Last method is by machines. Visual inspection by human is divided three types. First, reading check. Second, color check. Third, type check. Human and machine inspection method is two types. First, inspection of the mediumization stage. The other method is contrast check before and after input. And last method is inspection by machine or program. This method has two types: record check type and field check types. This slide is about error checking method. Error checking system is classify three types: error preventive system, error detecting system, error recovery system. All of these we called error check systems. Consideration for error checking systems. First, institutional inspections, hardware side inspection, inspection in terms of business processing. Next, output design. Output design is processed following steps. First, content step. This step proceed item name, array of items, number of digit of items, character classification of items, aggregation, classification, error checking method of input, output information. Second step is mediation. In this step, selection of output format, output medium and device, determining output auxiliary device, output location, output information, in quantity, number of output characters, copies, arrangement order, output cycle and timing. Next step is distribution steps. In this step, distribution manager, distribution method and forms, and distribution path, distribution cycle and timing. Last step is UCD step. In this step, we design output information name, output purpose, user and usage pairs, usage cycle and timing, existence and preservation of confidentiality. This slide explaining of standardization of output design. Output media is output by human and output by machine, two categories. Output method is hard copy, soft copy by human. Hard copy divided two methods. First, paper print out, and next, film print out. Soft copy by human, also two types: display audio output and output by machine has divided two categories. One is media output method, the other is signal output method. Next, standardization of output. Standardization types of output. First, medium standardization. When the nature of the system and the method suitable for the processing work are determined, the medium suitable for the method should be selected and standardized. Amount of output information, including by followed: amount of output information, output time, purpose of output, consider the cost of printing. Next type is formal standardization. Once the designated input-output form is registered according to the regulations, it can be referred to when designing a similar form in the future. This type has some consideration factors. Amount of output information, frequency of use of output information, time it takes to print. Consider the purpose of output. Last type is registration standardizations. All output forms are registered and managed according to their own regulations, and output forms are used as reference materials and educational materials, improving the efficiency of output management. Used as a reference for designing similar or new forms. Used as a reference or educational material for personnel directly or indirectly related to the system. This slide is about design of output reports. the purpose of reports. We must match users' purpose, and the output program should be less by editing. It is minimize computer output time and simplify the operations. So we review methods, distribution officer, method and form of distribution, and distribution path, distribution cycle and timing. Output method for human. Printout method is the system processed result recorded on paper or film through a printer, including three types: text-oriented print, graph-driven printer, computer output microprome systems, COM systems. Text-oriented printer that record plain text advance to dot printer, line printers, laser printers, significantly improve printing speed. A graph-driven printer is a special printer that can move horizontally and vertically. It is suitable for printing graphs and diagrams. COM system is method of recording the processing result on a microfilm without printing it on paper. This method is a combination of computer and microfilms. Video output method is how to display system-generated result for human viewing. Since the output once is not stored and disappears at the next moment, it is mainly allowed as a way to check information once. This slide reviews output method for machines. Output method when the processed result is used as input by the mechanical system, not by humans. Media output method is the result processed through the medium stored in the auxiliary storage devices, such as magnetic tape, magnetic disk, and floppy disk, so that they can be used again in the future. Other output method is two methods. One is turnaround system. This system is how information output from the system is input back to the system through the user's hand. And audio output system, a device that converts voice into electrical signals to input necessary data or output, the result processed by a computer as a sound.